Hey guys, what is up? This is YoMaxer238, and today we're going to be doing the second part of our fantasy build. So without much further ado, let's get into it and let's finish this fantasy house off. Wouldn't you know, guys, I ended up pasting it in again, the build that I have. And that's just because when I'm building these things, there are so many parts and I just can't always memorize all of them, especially when it comes to roofs. I'm terrible at memorizing. As you guys will probably see in some of the games, I'm starting to post new games, Minecraft mini games where I do memory builds to increase my memory, and also because it's fun. But yeah, so I'm going to be basing off of this. I'm going to be flying back and forth very, very frequently just so I can get this exactly perfect and exactly amazing for you guys. And before we even start on this next part of the build, before we start on the next roof parts right there, I do want to apologize because one thing I noticed when I was building this was that since this back part is actually extended too backwards, you do want to fill in these blocks right here. That way you don't have to fill in the wood all the way to the top each time. But yeah, so you just want to fill those blocks in, and so make sure that the roof looks like that. I guess that's all I can say right there about that part. Sorry for forgetting to tell you guys about that and giving you guys a heads up. Anyways, I'm going to clear some stuff from my inventory, and now we're going to go ahead and start hopping on how to build these roof parts right here, which they're pretty simple kind of, but I did need to copy this in, so they're not that simple. I lied. But let's go ahead, hop over here and see what I did. So starting from the stair block that we now have placed in, we go 1, 2, 3, 4 over, and then we break a 4 wide gap open right here. So let's go ahead and do that over here on this build. And it's gonna be not on the first or the second layer, but on the third one. So 1, 2, and then we have 4 blocks over. So like this, 1, 2 layers up. Starting from the stair, we go 1, 2, 3, 4 over, and we break right there, I believe. Let me see, make sure I'm getting this right. Oh, we want to break this block too. And then we'll break 4 open like this, and we'll have this shape, or actually 5 open. See, I am struggling already. This is why I did imported this build, so that we don't get that wrong. Now we'll go ahead and get our stripped spruce wood. We'll get some spruce stairs along with slabs, and I think we can just use slabs as blocks, which we'll just do that for this case. Anyways, we'll hop over here. And as you can see right here, we have 1, 2 high spruce post with the spruce plank on top of that. Get that right, because otherwise it will not look good, because this texture on the outside will show that this is spruce log. So over here, we'll hop up, and we do want the upright texture, but we'll go up 1, 2 like that. And we'll go up 1, 2, and you want the upright texture for all of this, which this probably gets a little tedious, but it should look like something like that. Okay, so we have the 1, 2, and then we put a spruce slab on top of that, or spruce block, whichever one you want to use, it doesn't really matter. We'll go ahead and break some more stone brick blocks so we can keep building this guy right here. And then we will go back with all our spruce planks and spruce stairs like that. So we'll get our spruce stairs upside down like this, and we'll put it on either side. Then we'll put the spruce plank stairs upside right, right side up, like that. You guys know what I'm trying to say. And then we'll stack them over right here like this. It goes 2 blocks over, and then we actually do have a stone brick. See, this is why I couldn't memorize it. There's just so many parts of it that I would totally not remember. All right, so we put the stone bricks there though. Then on this part right here, we actually have the stair right here, and then we have a slab going up like that. So if we get our slabs and start going all the way across like this, and then we'll have another slab right here. This is what you want this part to look like. Just like that. And then the middle part, we'll just connect, we'll put stairs on top of the slabs, and then we'll connect the stairs. So we'll put stairs right here on top of this, which that doesn't line up for some reason. It should go upside down stair, right side up stair, and then a slab right there. You see, that's what I did. I did double slabs. Don't do double slabs, guys. I'm sorry about that. We'll put the stairs on top right here, and then we'll put the slabs in the middle of the stairs right here, and then you can do spruce planks if you want, or you can just fill it up with slabs right there. As you guys can see, that is a very, very confusing part, and it made me struggle. It made me want to cry. And then we'll just replace the blocks over here. So we got the spruce blocks right there. Then we'll put block here, and we'll just replace this top one as well with a strip spruce plank, strip spruce log. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Man, I'm struggling today. But that's what that part should look like. And I think we might actually have a slab down there as well now, do we? Yeah, so that's what this part should look like. And then we'll also duplicate this on this side as well. So if we go over 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So do that, 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks over. We'll start breaking over here and we'll break ground. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is also why we actually extended this 2 blocks out this roof, just so that it didn't look like we just had this one measly block exterior on that. And now we'll start building this part again, which again, I'll go over a couple more times just because it is very confusing. So we go up 1, 2 with our spruce logs, 1, 2. I'm gonna break this block right here real quick before I forget about that. We have that right there. And then we can break some more stone bricks real quick so that they don't get in our way while we're working. Then we'll have the upside right strip spruce or dark oak logs right there. Okay, and then we'll get our spruce slabs. We'll create a spruce block. We'll have an upside down stair here and here. Then a right side up stair here and here. Keep going across like this right there. And you do want, I think, yep, you want a stone brick block right here and here. And then you'll get your spruce slabs, and we'll put spruce slabs going across right here real quick. I think, hopefully I'm doing this part right this time. Then we get the spruce stairs, we'll put those on top. It looks like I'm doing it right, doesn't it? And then we'll have the spruce slabs in the middle with the spruce plank block or slabs on top like that. Then we'll replace these blocks right here with strip spruce logs like that. Okay, you can see that I actually did manage to get it this time. I'm kind of rather proud of myself. And then what we'll do, because this is on both sides, is we'll simply just duplicate it on the other side. If you want to go through here and try to get the exterior built, this is how I would do it. I would just because they're exactly centered. So we'll do that right there. And then we can break more of this over here. And then we'll just start placing it again, which with spruce logs go on this side right here. Then we get the strip dark oak wood going up like that. We get the strip spruce wood going up 1 block like that right there. And then we get the spruce slabs on top right here. Let's see if I get it right this time. We get upside down stair, then right side up stair, then another right side up stair. We go back one like that. Then we get the spruce slabs. We'll put those right here, and we'll actually break these blocks now because we can get rid of those, I think. And we'll put spruce stairs on top. Like that. We'll connect the top part of the spruce stairs with the spruce slab, and then we'll just put spruce plank or 2 spruce slabs, and we'll replace these blocks right here with the stripped spruce log. Look at that. I got it memorized now. Maybe I should have just practiced it a couple times. You guys can see though that it is symmetrical. It looks exactly the same, and we can fill up the windows a lot as well with black stained glass. I don't know why my caps lock is on. That just happens randomly. I think I press it when I get a little excited. But we'll fill this part up right here with black stained glass, like so. And then we'll just do that on every single window. And there's one more window that I'm missing. If you guys need to go over this again, because I did do that fast and that is so complex and I kept messing up. Sorry about that, guys. But if you guys need to go back through the video, just feel free to skip back a little bit. But then you fill up all these windows with the black stained glass. And then after that, I think we're going to move on to actually texturing. I'll give you guys a quick tutorial. You know, I'll show you right now on how to build the chimney. Chimney's not too bad, actually. We'll get cobblestone. And from this roof, if we go from this one in the front right here, I think it's the same distance either way. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, so you go 2 blocks over. So 1, 2 like that. And we put some cobblestone on top right here. And then we can go ahead and break this part if we want. It doesn't really matter. Actually, it kind of does matter because we do want to fill in that texture right here. We'll have this the same distance on both sides. So just like this, wrapping around. You don't really need to fill it in, but I will just for the sake of this video. I'll just fill that in real quick. And for the chimney, it goes up 1, 2, 3 right there. So we'll have it go up 1, 2, 3, as you can see I did right there. And then we have this kind of cross pattern that goes up 1, 2, 3 as well. And we also have cobblestone walls. So if we get that, we'll go 1, 2, we get this cross pattern right here, and we'll have it go up 3 overall. This is for the chimney part. We'll put the walls on these 4 sides, these 4 corners right here. And then we'll also get a fireplace for the smoke effect. This is one of the best things Minecraft's added. I love the smoke effect so much. And we'll go 1 block down, and we'll place this in there. So if we go down 1 block right there, or on the 2nd block down, we'll have the campfires right there. So that is how to build these parts right here. These bad boys are the devil, I swear. They are so hard to build, but they look really, really, really nice. And we got the chimney as well. This house is starting to come together. And next, I'll show you on how to start doing some texturing, some of the fence and dark oak planks, and then I think we'll move on to the inside. We're getting pretty close to being done with this tutorial. But that is the roofing part done. Don't forget to put this window as well, because there are 4 windows overall. Before we actually move on to the texturing and everything, I do want to say that I totally forgot that there's this huge little piece of the house actually extending off the roof. And the reason I forgot that is because the original version didn't actually have that. I added that because I thought it was lacking a little bit of texture and everything. So anyways, we'll hop over and we'll try to figure out on how to build this guy right here, which as you can see, I did start a little bit ahead. I started building this post, but I will show you how to build the other one. So it's gonna be aligned right over the stone brick block right here. So if we go 1, 2, 3 over from the andesite, and 1 block up above the cobblestone, we'll put a stair. And then we'll put a block on top of that stair, spruce planks, or I'm sorry, just a spruce stair on top of that, a right side up spruce stair. Then we'll put another plank, then we'll put another upright spruce plank stair, then we'll put a spruce plank, and then an upside down spruce stair. As simple as that. That's the little post right there. Now, around the post, we will wrap around and we'll have this pattern right here that we keep working off of. We'll actually get our strip spruce wood and we'll go 1, 2, 3. We want it to wrap around this post kind of. So we have 1, 2, 3 over here, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna wanna get that up corner texture that I've been talking about throughout the whole video. So if we go up here, up texture, and then we'll connect this part right here. And then if we get our spruce planks, we can just fill in this part down here as well. So there is that. Platform done. We can actually get rid of this because I forgot about this part, which was embarrassing that I did, but it's you know, live and let learn, right? So now that we got that done, you can see we got the post done and we got the platform done. We'll actually go ahead and start building the actual build itself, which what it does, it starts off with a 1, 2, 3, 4 strip spruce post, and we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we meet in the middle with the dark oak wood strip post. So if we get this right here, we'll start with this part and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe is what it was. Let me check again, just to make absolute sure. We go 1, 2, 3, 4 above that. Yep, so 1, 2, 3, 4 above that. Then we get our dark oak wood, which I'll just steal from right there real quick. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll connect once we do this. But we go 1, 2, 3, 4 right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we fill in this part right here with the remaining dark oak stripped planks like that. And then on each side, we'll put these little posts that we've been doing as well, just to keep with the same pattern that we've been working with, which I believe, yeah, we didn't actually put them down here. I don't know why that is, but I think we'll keep it like that because I think I like it like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so now that we got that, we'll get our stripped dark oak wood, and I think it's 3 high. I do want to double check though, just to make sure, because I don't want to mislead you guys, and that does require me to fly over here and everything, but that's fine. So we do, yeah, we go 1, 2, 3 up like that, and then the roof is going to kind of model after how the actual walls go, kind of like the top right over there. We'll get our stone bricks out, and we'll go all the way out here like this right here, and then we just kind of go up 1 each time like that. It's super simple. Just like that. That's the roof pattern and all its glory right there. How about that? And we go boom, boom, like that. And then we'll have this just cover the entire thing real quick. Eventually we'll add some texture and make it look like it's kind of drooping down. I don't know why I decided to do that, but I did, and it turned out pretty good. We can break these blocks here. But yeah, so we get the roof going like this and start filling all this stuff in right here like that. And you can see, I'll jump over here real quick and show you. See how it's not a perfect shape. There's some blocks missing, some blocks cracked, and it kind of looks like the roof is drooping. Just, I guess it's worn out over time. But yeah, that's how we're gonna build the roof. So I'll add some effect real quick like that, and then we'll eventually texture up with, you know, mossy stone brick and cracked stone brick as well. But let's go ahead and make the roof look like it's drooping real quick. We can add in the windows too real quick, which is 1 by 2 right here, a 1 by 2 window right here, and then a 2 by 1 window up there. But now we'll make the roof look like it's dripping, and to do that, it's very simple. We just add some stone brick blocks along the corners right here, just to make it look like it's kind of sagging a little bit. Maybe it's a little bit older. It's been through some stuff. We can break some blocks up here, add some, because we don't want to break it and make it look bad. But yeah, you can see we got that kind of drooping effect. I don't know if I added any blocks on top. I don't think I did. Oh no, I did. I actually added 2 more. Sorry about that. So we do want to add these 2 blocks right here as well, like so. Maybe we can add a few more just right here, just to keep that kind of destroyed looking roof shape going on. Okay, and now we'll go ahead and we'll do the windows. The windows are the same as the windows we've been doing over here. If we get dark oak fence gate and dark oak trap door right there, we'll put dark oak trap door on the bottom, 2 dark oak fence on top, and I swear I love this window design so much. This was a gift from God himself. The dark oak fence gates like that with the trap doors on top. And then this part, unfortunately the dark oak fence gate trick didn't really work for this that well, but that's all right. We'll just do the same pattern we did when we were building the medieval house, if you guys watched that. If you haven't, you should check it out too. It's a great video on how to build medieval accurate looking builds, and it turned out really nice. I was really proud of that build. Not as proud as I was of this one, because this one just turned out amazing, but I was pretty proud of it still. All right, and then we can go in here and we can actually put in the windows. I don't want to get locked in, so I can keep showing you guys, but yeah, we just put the black windows, the black stained glass right there. Those are the windows done, and that is this roof extension right here. It should be looking the exact same as that right there. That's how that roof little extension should look. And now we'll go and move on to how we will texturize our build and make it look a lot nicer. So let's move on to that. For the next part of the video, we will start doing the texturizing. So let's go into it. If we get, first we're gonna start off with the dark oak slab and the dark oak fence, so that I don't forget about that, because I have a feeling that I would forget about it if I didn't do it right now. So with that said, you can see that the dark oak fence just kind of wraps around the build and is just kind of incorporated. I'll show you guys how to do that though. It's super, super simple. We just put dark oak slabs on the bottom half of these stripped spruce logs, and we just start doing this around the whole build like so. I don't think we do it in the front though. The front part stays plain like that, yeah. And then we just have it wrap around over here as well though. And then we put the fence down. Let me go ahead and finish this off real quick. Then we put the dark oak fence underneath that. And it's a little different on how I do the dark oak fence on either layer. Over here, you can see it extends all the way onto this block, and that's purposeful because each of these are 4 blocks long, so it looks nicer if I keep it on the last block. But over here, we don't. So let me show you how to do that real quick. For the dark oak fence, we just start on the white quartz block right here, and then we just go all the way across underneath like that on the back. Then on this corner, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 over, then 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle, and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the left side going onto the log as well. And we'll do this on this side as well, but you can't really do it as well because there's this huge chunk of a build in your way, you know, it makes it a little bit hard. Okay, next thing we'll do is we'll get our spruce leaves out. So get some spruce leaves. If you guys want to use other types of leaves, you can. I think spruce leaves just are a little bit darker, the texture and everything, and I think it works more for this build. And for that, it's kind of confusing on how we do this. I just kind of do it freehand, but what you want is you just want this huge sprawling, like it looks like it's just an overture growth of you know, grass and vine going over the build, and it makes it look a lot more nature oriented, which fantasy builds typically are nature oriented. But yeah, you can see how we're just starting to wrap it around, how it might go over onto the roof. It doesn't really, this is where you guys get creative and just kind of make it look nice and wing it. You just got to kind of see how it turns out. And each time you do this, it will probably be different. You don't have to copy that all block for block because that would take forever to copy block for block. But you can see how I'm just like starting to make it wrap with this kind of naturistic feel. I'm trying to make it wrap around the build and everything. So that looks like it's alive and green, and because that's what vines are, they're actually alive and everything. But you can see we're just starting to wrap around the build, and we'll also go ahead and do that on the left side. I don't think we'll do it as much. Here, maybe I can make this extend. This is how we cover up the fact that there's like a bunch of plain texture too. Because as I was saying earlier, these walls are pretty plain. So without these, without this part, man, I can't speak right now. Without this part with the leaves covering and everything, it does look plain, and you don't want that. You want it to look like it's wrapping around, looking really nice. And you can see over here, I didn't do as much because we have this part jutting out, so that covers up all the plain texture. But I did still have it a little bit. I had it on this corner right here, so we'll go ahead and add the leaves here. But yeah, just make it, you know, go freestyle over this. You know, make it look good. Just step back every once in a while, making sure that it's still looking like a vine and everything and wrapping around. And this just makes builds look so much better. If you want like some vines, if you have some really boring textures, this is a building tip for you guys too. If you guys ever have a really boring texture on a building and you want it to look a little bit different, a little bit nicer, just use different varieties of blocks and get some vines going on, because vines make builds, you would have to make it look a little bit older, because this does look a little bit older as is, but it does make the build look a lot more textured and a lot nicer. It breaks it up a little bit. Maybe I'll add a few more blocks down here, just try to make this vine look as viney as possible. Okay, so you see we got the vines though done, and what I did when I was texturing around the vines is, so let me go get, I got some mossy cobblestone, and what I would do is I would put it more towards around the vine, so it looks like the vine's kind of actually affecting the building itself. You see how it's like a little bit mossy around the vine, but I would also put cobblestone blocks just like in random places as well when I was texturizing. I'll do that over here too, just add some texture with the mossy stone. And we'll actually also do that with the roof as well. I don't know if this vine that I just built necessarily goes all the way up to the roof, but we can. Let me see real quick. Okay, yeah, so you see how there's these parts where it's touching the roof. I got some stone bricks, some mossy stone bricks as well. And I started putting those around and making those look a little bit mossy as well. So it looks like the vine's actually affecting the build itself. And you can place these wherever you want. It just depends on how your build, how your vines go and everything. But yeah, if we start putting these around a little bit, you can see it's like creating a little bit of texture, and it's starting to make the build look a bit nicer. Over here, we'll probably have more stone bricks that are mossy just because yeah, there's a lot more roof that the vine's actually touching and everything. But there's that. We can add some over here as well. This won't make the interior look too bad too. It really doesn't make it look that ugly or anything. It just makes it look older. Makes it have some character, I guess. But you can see how I texturized around with the cobblestone and where all the vine was touching. Make sure you do that, because otherwise it will look like the vine is just attached. It doesn't look the same, you know? But we can also add this around other parts of the build as well. As you can see, I got some cracked stone bricks, and we can add these just in every once in a while. You don't want to go overload with it. You don't want to put too many, too little, but you know, just every once in a while, put some stone brick blocks, some mossy stone bricks, and some cracked stone bricks, and so we can start texturizing this build and everything. What you can also do, if you want to make it look really old, if we get some stone brick stairs, we can put some random stone brick stairs in it, so it makes it look like the roof kind of divots down and looks a little bit different. I didn't really do that over there, but this is something you can definitely do if you want to texture it up a bit more. You can see how it creates these nice little divots in the roof. It doesn't make it look completely new. And we can do the same over here, just keep going with cracked stone bricks. And then what I also did with the textures is I got cobblestone stairs, and I could put them inside the wall like this. That's what I would do to make it look like there's divots in the build and everything. And this works out really well. You can see over here how I have some divots on the sides and how I have some mossy cobblestone on the sides and everything. And that just gives it more texture, makes it look a little bit older. You can put, see, I put a lot of cracked stone bricks on this area and everything because this is a drooping part of the roof. So I did want to make this look a lot older. So I did put more textures in there and everything. But yeah, you just want to keep going around, make sure the build's looking good as you're building it. You know, this is just something you eye. You don't really do block for block. And I'm probably going on a little bit too long about this, but I wanted to make sure you guys were well prepared when it started coming into building this part. But after you texturize the build and you're satisfied with how the textures look and everything with the build, we will actually move on to the inside, and I'll actually build the door frame real quick to the inside as well, which is super simple. If we get stone blocks, it's literally just 1, 2 up, or 1, 2, 3 up by 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 with the door right there. And I'll put a block here so I can just walk out real quick. That's literally the entrance to the house, and that is pretty much the exterior of the build completely done. I will still texture it up in the next part of the video. I'll start doing that on my own time so I don't bore you guys, but I will show you guys how to do the inside, and that might take a bit because I actually haven't worked on the inside yet. We'll see what happens though. Okay, so I'm gonna do something that I don't often do, and the reason I don't often do this is because it makes the videos turn out a little bit choppy, just a little weird, but I'm actually gonna kind of wing the interior, and I'll show you what I would do for the floors on the inside. But again, I'm kind of winging this, so it might not turn out the greatest. It probably will turn out amazing though, just because I'm awesome at this stuff. Just kidding. One thing I do want to mention though, I did forget to do, is I forgot to get andesite block, andesite stairs, and I forgot to texturize up these stone stairs. You don't want these looking plain because otherwise it just wouldn't fit in with the rest of the build. So if you want to get some andesite blocks, just regular blocks, and texturize up this a little bit, just to make it look a little bit rougher around the edges, you can see it already just does the justice to the eyes. It makes it look so much nicer. But let's go on the inside and see what I would do for the flooring, and then I will go ahead and I will take some time, probably about an hour, and actually decorate the inside and show you every single decoration like I usually do. Again, the decoration, the interior, I typically leave it up to you. It's what everyone wants to do, but I always give you an example of what I would do as well. So let's walk into our house, our beautiful, beautiful house that has like windows only on the top floor, which is kind of weird. But we'll hop in here, and the first thing I would do is I'd get my stone block and I would just fill this in real quick, because as it is, you can't really get rid of these blocks unless you want to change the texture on the foundation outside. So I would just make this floor stone blocks. And since this is the basement, it does kind of have a basement-y feel, you know? We can just leave it as stone blocks and it still looks pretty good. I'm gonna get some glowstone or something real quick, just so I can light this up and see what I'm doing. But for this part of right here with the doorway, what I would actually do is I'd fill in this area right here just because I don't want to see this anymore. But it doesn't match the texture of the walls too. So I'd actually go ahead and get the stone bricks, not stone brick stairs, but stone brick blocks. And I would move that, pardon me, I'd move the blocks around right here, and then I would just start copying the texture around too. Just kind of hide a little bit of places where the walls wouldn't make sense and everything. See, so I'd start bringing this around, moving these cobblestone right here, and then I'd probably fill in this area. And right here in this wall, maybe I can figure out something what to do with it in the decorations part of the video. But as for now, I'll just put some glowstone in there so it's lit up and so mobs don't spawn. All right, so then for the next floor, what I would do is I would get these stripped spruce wood right here, and I would just start wrapping it around. And I do want to use the full floor on the second floor, so we can just do this real quick, break these layer of cobblestone, and we'll extend this over here, and then we'll just fill all of this in, And then in the middle, I would fill it in with spruce planks as well, which I think I have some spruce planks right there. So then I would just fill this part, and I would do blocks. I wouldn't do slabs because the ceiling as it is already kind of tall, and I don't really want to have too tall of a ceiling. So I will just fill this in with spruce plank blocks. Since this is the basement, it is supposed to be shorter too. That's why I really don't want to fill it in too much. And I'll show you guys where I'll add the staircases and stuff like that in the decorations part of the video, as I always do. But this is what I would do for the first floor. For the second floor, I would go up here, put some glowstone in again so I can see what I'm doing. And I would get, I'm just gonna repeat the same pattern. So on this layer right here, I'll just have the spruce logs going like this, filling it all in right here. And I'll do the same over here. I'll fill this part in. As you guys can tell, I'm kind of winging it, so which I said in the beginning of the video that I was gonna do. But it's turning out all right. So far I'm pretty happy with this. I'll break this part right here and replace this with spruce planks. And then maybe what we could do in the decorations part of the video is actually make a nice little room out of here, like a little sitting room where you can watch out the video, watch out the window and look at the expanse of white stained glass and white concrete. Hopefully you guys will have a better view than that though, right? Okay, so then we'll just fill in the rest of this stuff with spruce planks. And again, in the decoration part of the video, once I have everything figured out, I will show you what I did with the staircases and whatnot on how I built those and everything. So let's go ahead and do that. With the attic, this is I guess this would be the second story. So this would be like the second story, first story right here. This would be the basement, first story, second story. And with the attic, we probably can use some space up there because we do have some windows, and so it would make sense to have a room up here. And so I'm gonna try to figure out what I would do on that. First, with the roof, I like the curvature of the roof. I like having open expanses and roofs. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start extending these dark oak stripped blocks and the spruce ones. I'm gonna start extending those up, making these walls go up right here, like this. I can fix this real quick too. I think what you could do, you could honestly put some stripped spruce logs and it probably wouldn't look too much different on the outside. Let me see real quick. That way we could have the floor texture looking completely normal. Let me see if I go outside real quick and fill this part in. Yeah, since it's the underneath side, you can't even really tell. So that's what I would do with the inside right there. Let me see if I can sneak in right there and continue building this part. Okay, so this is what I would do for this floor though. And then I'll continue extending these walls right here going up. And I would probably just follow the curvature of the roof so that kind of looks nice. So let's start filling in all this stuff. This is, if you're building the walls out of this stuff, it gets expensive real fast. On the bright side though, when you do grow dark oak wood trees, you get so much wood from it. It's insane how much wood you get from that. That's why it's one of my favorite woods to work with. All right, so we got that though. And I'd keep extending it up just a tiny bit, just so that we could have, or actually, you know what I would do? I'm gonna build the next floor, which is gonna be right here. And I'm gonna repeat the exact same pattern I've been using with the stripped spruce wood. So we'll get a box going like this, going all the way around, filling all of this in right here. I'll do this on this side as well too. And this is where it gets a little tricky because as you can see, we actually have a part where the floor would intersect with the window. And I don't want that to happen because then it creates this ugly glass window texture, but at the same time, you don't really see that window that much. So it might just work for us if we just cover that up. But what we'll want to do is we'll have this pattern right here. And since this is the attic, it doesn't have to be as pretty as the other floors. It still should look nice because it's the attic and it's part of the house. But I would do that right there. And then I'd fill all this area in with the spruce planks. And the reason, again, that I'm doing this glass thing is because we'll just put some blocks over it so that you can't see that part. And that way, and from the outside, it's so high up. This is a really, really tall build. And you're so far up that you will not be able to see that little glass texture at all. It will look totally fine. Unless you have a friend that's like flying on top of the roof or something, then he might notice. I don't know. But let's go ahead and fill in the spruce planks right here. And you can see that most of the textures at this point is stone, brick, blocks, and everything. And it looks a little interesting. What I'm going to do for this part of the build is I'm actually just going to cover all this up with stone bricks. Maybe you could texture it too, since some of the walls are already textured or some of the roof. But I would fill all that in right there. And the nice thing about this too is that when it rains, I don't think it should leak anymore. There's still that weird glitch where it leaks with stairs, but I think this part of the build should be nice. And if we start filling this up right here, this is going to be a little bit tougher because you can see that this window actually extends and we can't just cover that up. But you know what? I'm going to cover it up anyways. We'll cover it up with the blocks right there. And then right here, we'll just fill this part. Maybe we could add a clock and make this like a nice little clock right here or something like that. I don't know. You can just fiddle around with it and make it look nice until it looks like it fits. We do want to keep that stone brick. So I'll move this down stone bricks like that. But that is something I would do for the attic, something like that, just making it look nice and pretty to the eye. I might cover up this part of the roof where it extends like this with a block going over here. And then I'll get some slabs out. Let's see, because we do want to make the attic look slightly smooth. You don't want it to look too ugly. If we get the stone brick slabs and start covering. Sorry that I'm winging a lot of this, guys. This is just, at this point, it's kind of what you want to do, but this is just kind of me winging it because I don't have a lot of time. This video has taken a long time to build, so maybe we could put some blocks there. I don't know. But yeah, this is what the roof should be looking like for the attic, and that's just something I would do, just an example of it. I'll show you guys what I did with the decorations in the next section of the video that I do. But that should be all these walls done. I would right here, I was going to talk about this earlier and I forgot. If we put just dark oak wood planks and stripped spruce wood planks going across as well, just like this, and have it go one over, make sure that you get it's kind of hard to differentiate from, let me put some light in here real quick. Okay. But yeah, I would just have these textures go up underneath the floor like this. That way you have a one texture ceiling, and with the rooms, you kind of get this one texture as well. So just keep doing that right there. Matching up the spruce with the spruce and the dark oak with the dark oak. There we go. So that's that floor done. We have the floor below this one done, if I can find the hole that I made. We have this layout for this floor, and then we got this layout for the basement floor right there. And that's what I would do when building the interior, on how to build the inside of all of that. From down here, it looks, again, you can't really see from far away. See, that's the beauty of having such a tall build, is that you can't really tell that there is a block right there, and that this window actually leads to nothing. These windows do lead to something, which is really nice, and then these ones do as well. But there's that part of the video, and then the very last part of the video, which I will do, is the interior design, which will take me quite a while to do because this is a very big build, but I'll show you guys what I did for that after this. So now that we got the foundation of the entire build done, I thought I would go ahead and do the interior, which, like I said, it did take me about an hour to do, but we've got it done, and it doesn't look the greatest. I am sorry about that because, I mean, it looks pretty good though. Let me just go in and show you guys. So when we open the door right here, you can see we are greeted by this awesome looking fireplace composed of a bunch of stone slabs with some stone brick walls, some campfires in the middle right there. And then this stone, I guess the smooth stone slabs go all the way up to the top to the ceiling where the fireplace would go up to. This is kind of a place where you would work on armory. As you can see, we got some pickaxes and some a sword right there. Maybe you could add like a armor stand in here too. On this wall, I put a ton of furnaces and blast furnaces just because there's smelting stuff down here all the time. Got some anvils and some barrels and some stone cutters, not sawmills. They should make sawmills and do that with wood instead of like just stone. That would be amazing. All right, for the color texture of this guy's house, I did blue, orange, white banners. And you'll see that pattern repeated all throughout the entire house because he's very proud of his color scheme, I guess. On the ceiling, we've got some grindstones hanging down from the ceiling along with some iron bars looking kind of like chains hanging down. We got a crafting table here. I did texture up the floor a little bit by adding in raw andesite around every once in a while. Over here, you can see I added this very simple wall, which was just stone bricks with cobblestone on top, and then a ginormous staircase leading up to the second floor. I did not realize how far spaced these floors were. But leading up here, after we've finished talking about all this stuff up here, let's go up to the next floor, which is the dining room. Over here, we got a long polished diorite table with some pressure plates on top and some cake and some stone brick stairs placed all around. I got for the ceilings, I did place some stairs on the ceiling as well, along with the chandelier, just because this plane looks a little, this room looks a little plain. Man, I got my words mixed up there. But it looks all right. We put some paintings, more of his color scheme up over here. We got a little bar stand. We got some libraries with lecterns and books already put in them. On the floor, we've got probably a huge bear or maybe a woolly mammoth that you kill. I don't know what you kill in Fantasy World. Maybe this was a troll's skin. On the floor as the rug, we got some paintings up and some torches, and I almost forgot because the torches are always crucial for lighting. So I put a torch here, fireplaces here, torch here, and torch over there. This is just to mob-proof the floor, which I also forgot to mention, as I almost always do. When mob-proofing this house, make sure to put tons of string and stuff over your house unless you want to light it up or something, because otherwise you will have mobs spawning all over your roof if you're doing this in survival. And the most simple way to do that is just to get a ton of string, which is kind of tedious and annoying, and just place it on top. That way you don't get mobs spawning on your roof. Sorry, I forgot to mention that, guys, but I remembered, so hopefully you guys can forgive me. Just coughed on my, just choked on my own spit. That was terrible. Okay, now we got the staircase going up here, and the torches, again, as I said, the torches are crucial for the lighting. We got a torch here on this post, this one in the middle post, that one right there, and then one in the middle post back there. And then we've got another staircase going over, and the staircase is covering some bookshelves. I'm not really sure on how you would get to this bookcase. Maybe you could just make it risky. If there's a really good novel over there, yeah, you would take the trip. All right, and then we got the staircase, another huge staircase going up. Right here, you can see I just kind of gave up with the staircase when going to the attic. And over here, I just put a lot of the color textures. I put some wardrobe looking closet things, some barrels around, some paintings. And again, the torches, I just put those on every other post, kind of like that. Over here, this is a custom bed I built, which I want to take that out right there. It was super simple. You just put 2 beds of your choice surrounded by slabs and blocks with fences going up. And then I put the color scheme of the carpets up there. The way I did that is I just put string underneath so that you could sleep down there. Obviously, I can't sleep because it's daytime. I put some paintings on the walls with some chests scattered around the room, and I made this cool looking carpet. It's a little cross carpet, which was super simple. It just goes 1, 2, 3. Then it does like a little angle. Then it goes 1, 2, 3, a little angle, 1, 2, 3, like that. And then there's an orange cross in the middle with a white, kind of matching the color scheme that we've been using with the banners all around the house. And then the very last thing is I put this, I extended this post out right here, the strip spruce wood post. I extended out one and then put a ladder on top so you can crawl up here into your chest room, where I put a bunch of chests and barrels and cobwebs scattered variously around. You'd probably have it more organized if you were doing this in survival, because this would be an absolute nightmare to go through. But that should be just about it with the decorations. I didn't put too much lighting up here. Actually, I didn't put any at all because I wasn't thinking. And let me go ahead and just put some few torches. It really depends on what you guys want to do. And this is only if you want to do your interior like this. This is just how I chose to do it. And of course, you guys have free will. You guys always get to decide on how you want to do your interior, but this will just give some ideas. Sorry, it's not the greatest interior I've ever done, but I've already been recording for the last like 6 or 7 hours, and I'm just kind of tired at this point. But with all that said, I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. I think this is probably going to be the end of a 2-part tutorial. I can't even remember. I think this video is long enough to be considered a 2-part tutorial. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys don't forget to like and subscribe. Recommend some builds maybe you want to see. Over here you can see I started building a little, this was going to be a library, and then I kind of stopped. Maybe you guys would want to see that in a tutorial. You know, just leave in the comments below what you would want down below. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, again, like and subscribe, and I'll continue posting building videos until the day I die, hopefully. I hope you guys enjoyed, and you guys have a great week and enjoy playing Minecraft as always.